The final of 5-2, the Reds have lost 8 in a row. All right, here's a look at Manny Machado. Look at the numbers here since 2015 and where he ranks. And it does maybe speak to DeRosa's point that with Tatis there's so many other big-time stars across the league that maybe Manny Machado does get lost a little bit. He's been consistently excellent, DeRosa, for a long time.
Yeah, I think maybe he's had a couple moments throughout the course of his career, the Josh Donaldson thing, the Jesus Aguilar thing in the postseason with the Brewers, where people want to steal a little bit of shine off Manny Machado. But when you break him down as a ball player and you're in his presence and then you look at the back of the baseball card, the thing I notice about Manny Machado, he goes to the post every single day. So I want to dive in on his swing because I think he's got one of the prettiest swings that the game from the right side has to offer. And I think he's looked this way for a long time, okay? He averages 162 games. His average is 35 and 100. But what I want you to focus on, rack this back real quick for me. He gives himself a chance. We talk about bat path. Everything that I believe in with hitting is trying to give yourself the best chance to be successful with a great bat path. And when you watch Manny Machado go about it, it's just like he was blessed by the gods from birth, where he could stay through the zone, put the barrel in the zone, stay through it, and then it's all point of contact of where it's going, whether it's going to left field, right field, or center field. Real quick right here. Here's a lefty, good stuff. Probably heater in, little bit of slider. So he's telling himself, if I set my sights right here and I'm thinking big part of the field, left center, the right center, if he spins something and I'm a little out in front with my upper body, my path of my hands and my barrel are still going to be in the zone, and I can keep this ball fair down the left field line. Run this. I mean, that's just laying the barrel on the baseball right there. Okay. He leads baseball in games played since 2015.
Wow.
He's second in total bases to Nolan Arenado. He's fifth in WAR. He's fifth in RBIs. And he doesn't get talked about because we fell in love with Fernando Tatis. I get it. Run this. You want to talk about giving yourself the best chance. Look at the bat vapor. I mean, this thing is... Run that back real quick. That's so cool. Wow. Bring it. Watch where this bat gets in the zone. He's there. Boom. From here all the way through the swing.
It's a D. D's.
He's got it working. So I wanted to show. Bring up the tri-screen real quick.
I like that.
Okay, pause this. We talk about the ball getting in the way of a great swing. He is not a very handsy hitter for me. This is a guy who puts his bat in the zone, and it's point of contact. He's going to let it get a little deeper in this situation and drive it out to right field. He's going to be perfectly on time taking this to center field, and he's going to be a little bit out front, catching it a little bit out in front of him to drive this ball out to left field. But the bat path is similar in all of them. Run this. Now bring that back and get me to point of contact. Take a look at that. Look at where he's just catching the ball. A little bit out front. Perfection, totally stacked behind him. And this ball gets in a little bit deeper, and he's able to drive it out to right field. But nothing changes. The swing is exactly the same. It's just where he's catching it. And then you go back and say, why has he been so good for so long? Let's dive into his high school video, because I don't think people realize, I mean, top pick in the draft coming out down in Miami. And I know I didn't look like that in high school. I mean, the bat path, run that back for me real quick. So this is what you talk about, right? Run it. And that's the beauty of Manny Machado. He's looked like this since he was 16 years old, and no one's done anything to change it. He's just progressively matured, learned his swing. Pause. This is him in Baltimore, side by side with him in San Diego now. All he's done is gotten bigger, more mature, better plate discipline, better understanding how people are going to attack him. This was 50 double Manny Machado, and now we're 35 and 100, okay? So just meaner and stronger and faster. Run this. little less movement now that he's in a San Diego uniform. But pretty much the bat path doesn't deviate. So I just don't think he gets enough run when we talk about the third basemen in the game right now. Hard hit rate, swing percentage leader since the start of 2021. Juan Soto's on the top of pretty much 80% of these boards. But then you got Manny, Vlad Jr., Michael Brantley, and Yordan. 2 Astros, Roflo.
Well, you'll see a little bit later. Those guys were not able to pull out a win yesterday against the Angels, but that's a great breakdown. I love that. Manny's swing basically unchanged since he was 16 years old. Good stuff with D-Ro. All right, time to step aside here on MLB Central. Just getting started. Tampa Bay Rays trying to heat up and... We love the feedback. Hashtag MLB Central. This one from Crazy Feline. Roflo just mentioned Al Leiter will be joining the show later. Oh, no. Hashtag MLB Central. I think they mean...
timing purposes.
Exactly.
I absolutely love it.
We love it.
All right, so
Al?
who's that Crazy Feeling? Hi, by the way.
Hi.
I think that this person's referencing that there's a certain manic energy that you bring, and they're
All right.
like, oh, no, here he comes.
So here it is, because I did read, I don't follow this, I really don't, but I did read, it's like, Leiter's on 4 cups of coffee again. You know, here he goes. Like,
yeah.
What do you want? Do you want me to be like, I'm in a library right now, very calm?
No.
You're trolling his name in social media?
I did see one thing. He's like,
Just
Leiter's got
ignore
5
it.
shots of coffee.
Yeah,
Should it be,
I
should
learned
it be
something
super
about
calm?
You do you.
I did used to ask myself, man, what is going on with this guy when I faced you? And you were like,
It's good.
No, there's a fine line. I agree.
Yeah.
There's
No,
a fine
you-
line with
and
being
you-
a complete nut job and then
you do a nice job of navigating.
Tell me if I don't, Roflo.
I would-
Seriously.
I would
oh, he will.
Oh, he will.
Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
my God.
Let's get on the
I'll tell
express
you.
train.
Miss Lauren.
Let's go to Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium for the Braves and the Dodgers. Second inning. This is Travis Darneau. Solo home run, his second of the year. This one off Walker Buehler.
He had massive numbers coming in. There was a lot of Braves hitters who had good numbers off Walker Buehler coming into this game.
Fourth inning. Orlando Arcia goes the other way. Here comes Eddie Rosario. You see what had happened was, yeah, he's out. Ends the inning. Austin Riley gets into the act. Oh, excuse me. That'll work. Ozzie Albies, he comes around to score.
You know how good a feeling
How
that
good
You
is?
can just tell.
I mean,
And
just a-
Max Fried was excellent.
Max Fried.
Perfect through 5. And then how about this? Freddie Freeman facing Kenley Janssen, the former Dodger, beating the former Brave, and Janssen gets
How
the
about
save.
only one swing and miss off of Walker Buehler's fastball? That's great.
Central booking.
Phillies, Rockies, Bryce Harper. Good piece of hitting there.
Dodgers are 8-3, but I
Here comes Rhys
watching
Hoskins.
them, I don't think they feel like they're an 8-3 team.
In the bottom of the fourth, who wants to walk with Elias Diaz?
I do.
Brendan Rodgers will score, and the Rockies have come back and take a 3-2 lead. Good sign here. Kyle Schwarber, Oppo,
Yes. God, such a short stroke, right?
third of the year, and then C.J. Cron.
This guy has found a home.
6th home run of the season, and the Rockies get their 8th win of the year. They beat the Phillies for a second consecutive night, 6-5. Angels, Astros, Joe Adell facing the aforementioned Framber Valdez. Hot shot, Yuli Gurriel can't handle it. Matt Duffy will score, and the Angels take a 2-1 lead. In the 5th, Super Jack. Jack Mayfield, that squirts through. Here comes Anthony Rendon.
Stroud.
Yeah, former Astro. 4-1 Angels. Next batter, Kurt Suzuki. This is where the inning just kind of got away from the Astros. That will double in 2 more, 6-1 Houston. Brandon Marsh. He had a couple of RBIs. Angels win 7-2 over the Astros. Yankees, Tigers. This game moved at a glacial pace last night. I was watching it, constantly going, can we hurry it up?
Watch the pitcher right here.
Tyler Alexander.
Who's got
Al,
it?
what's the move here?
Not that.
He'll take it, though.
So what the move is that the general thumb is the pitchers get out of the way. You have fielders.
Okay, the pitchers always get out of
Aaron
the way.
Hicks,
That's-
sack fly.
If Tucker Barnhart's having trouble right there, that is his job. I ain't got it, and Torkelson's got to come in.
Of course.
Insurance added by DJ LeMahieu in the 9th. And while Garrett Cole, another rough outing, the Yankees bullpen really picked him up. 7 1/3, scoreless inning, 8 strikeouts. Jonathan Scope facing Aroldis Chapman, who had a couple of bumpy outings of his own. He's able to rally in a scoreless, clean ninth. Yankees win 4-2. Rays, Cubs. This is Wander Franco. First home run of the year for Wander Franco.
91 middle to that guy's not coming back in one.
Patrick Wisdom answers with a 2-run homer, and the lead is cut to 4-3 in the 7th. Randy Arozarena. Oh, that's down the line. 5-3 Tampa Bay. Later, Harold Ramirez brings in Arozarena. Getting back to Wander Franco, he's the youngest visiting player to have multiple extra base hits in a game at Wrigley since Jason Hayward did it in 2010 when he was with the Braves. Hayward was, of course, playing the outfield last night for Chicago. Blue Jays, Red Sox, Zach Collins. Second of the year, this one off Nate Eovaldi, 1-0 Toronto. Bottom of the 3rd, Trevor Story. That's down the line. Kike will score. We're tied at 1. Say, move to the 7th. Connor Wong. Sack fly.
Send him.
Bobby Dahlbeck picking him up and putting him down. The Red Sox take a 2-1 lead in the 9th. Santiago Espinal flies out to end it. Red Sox first win at Fenway when they had 3 or fewer hits since way back in 2014.
How good is Garrett Whitlock for them?
Yeah, real good. Real good. Real good last night for the Atlanta Braves. They get a win against the Dodgers. And Ronald Acuna returning to the diamond in a rehab game in the minors. Coming up, what's the plan now moving forward with the Braves?